She appeared to me one evening, a fragile figure framed by the neon glow of Los Angeles, her silver hair shimmering faintly like a halo caught in shadow. She was an elderly woman, wise and weathered, with eyes that held a gentle sweetness, her soul so pure it seemed to defy the corruption around her. Her voice, soft and melodic, carried the weight of her heart, forged in golden wisdom and boundless love. She never called herself an angel, but I knew she was one, a beacon from a time when music was more than a transaction. She sat beside me, her trembling hands folding into her lap as she began her tale. "I was there at the start," she said, her words maced with sorrow. "My beloved people, thinkers, dreamers, souls I measured like my own, they shone so brightly once." She'd been their guide in the music. Industry, a tender force who cradled their talents with care. But then Hollywood seeded in, its tendrils wrapping around the songs they sang, whispering promises of eternal fame. "It wasn't just ambition they fed," she murmured, "but something darker, something unholy." Her eyes darkened as she spoke of the witchcraft that took root. "They used demonic spells," she said, her voice dropping to a haunted whisper. "Not the kind from storybooks, but rituals hidden in plain sight, contracts signed in blood, oaths sworn in shadowed rooms above the city." She described how the executives, those puppet masters of fame, wielded this sorcery to bend her beloved ones to their will. "They chant words no human tongue should know," she said, binding their spirits, twisting their desires until they craved nothing but the spotlight. The spell stripped away their resistance, turning free souls into puppets who'd do anything, lie, betray, forsake their art for a taste of glory. She wept as she recounted their defeat. "I saw them change," she said, their eyes growing cold, their voices hollow. "The magic cursed them, dreaming their humanity until they were soulless creatures, slaves to the fame they chased. The witchcraft didn't just control them, it devoured them, leaving behind shells that smiled for cameras while their true selves screamed in silence. They lost everything," she whispered, their souls bartered away in a pact they didn't fully understand. Worst of all, she'd been ensnared too. "I became a pawn," she confessed, her voice breaking. "They used Lee, a sacrifice, to fuel their ascent." The spells turned her love into a weapon, her presence a lure to draw more innocence into the trap. Her golden wisdom was mocked, her pleas drowned out by the incantations that echoed through marble halls. "They fed the evil depths with my silence," she said, "and I was powerless against it, a lamb offered up to the altar of their greed." Yet even as she spoke, her gentle spirit refused to break. "I tell you this because love still burns in me," she said, pressing a hand to her chest. "Someone must know the truth, must remember what they were before the spells took them." With a smile soft as her prayer, she rose and faded into the night, her presence lingering like a melody untainted by the darkness she'd faced. She was no longer their sacrifice. She was free, an angel who'd seen the abyss and still carried light. This has been a Shari Plauze presentation.